me that phone.
Mom, we still going to that wedding.
You finna turn to a firm.
A firm?
Yeah, give me that phone.
Got us all dressed up for nothing.
Got me out here looking a fool and stuff. I supposed to been trying to look cute.
Got my tie all snug.
Can I speak to Paige? Let me speak to my granddaughter.
That's right. Get her, Grandma. Get her.
Listen here, girl. I'm about to cuss on here, but you know I'm in the house of the Lord, so you know what I'm saying. I can't cuss on these folks. But listen, you down there at Realm B Church for 6 hours.
Lord have mercy.
You know they had to have Bible study that next day.
Lord
you down there with that fool down there, don't even know. Tell me you gonna think about changing your mind? What?
Get her,
I
Grandma.
done raised you better than that.
Get her, Grandma.
What? No, you gonna make me come down now?
Oh, no, I can't go down right now.
Shoot, got my blood pressure up here high. I'm up here looking cute and stuff. You up there got me with this veil on and stuff.
I don't know about cute, Grandma.
Goodbye.
Hey, actually, they still got the chicken wings for the reception.
LiQWYD.
Welcome back, KOED fam. Yeah, we had to kick them old people out. They just came and just stormed the studio, man.
They want to call her granddaughter.
Yeah, the old man tried to hit me across the head with his cane.
Oh, man, son, but they gone.
They gone.
Back.
Yeah.
We back.
Yeah, but anyway, welcome back, KOED family. My name's Eddie, a.k.a. E-Dub. This is my lovely wife,
Kourtney, also known as Coco.
and this is Kourtney and Eddie. And on this channel, we do what? Relationships, reviews, and tonight was decision night for Married at First Sight.
Yay! So, if this is your first time joining, go ahead and subscribe because you're going to like it here, I promise you. If you're watching us on Facebook, make sure that you hit like and follow. And so, yeah, on all social media sites, y'all already know what to do because you're going to do it anyway. What? Comment down below, okay? All right, y'all, let's get into this good, because they gonna kind of flip switch on us. So, but, you know, let me say this because I know y'all saying tranquil. Yeah, this is from our store, kourtneyandeddie.com. So make sure you're going to get your shirt so you can be tranquil. Basically, peace, honey. Peace. Because we seen that some of these couples need a whole bunch of peace on tonight. So they need to pick them up a shirt. So, yeah, got our logo on the side. Go check it out. All right. Now, let's get into this, okay? So it's real life starts now. That's basically what the title is, not just decision day. So it started out with Clara and Ryan. Now, first, when I posted on the community tab today, by the time you see it, it will be yesterday. But the decision I made was that Clara and Ryan will stay together. What did you say?
Yeah, I thought they would stay together.
Yeah. Okay, so.
I thought they were going to stay together.
So.
Rocking back and forth.
It seems like they pretty much stayed together. You know, they didn't.
There was really no drama with them.
Yeah, it really wasn't much to talk about with them that they decided to stay together. So I guess she'll continue to deal with.
Yeah, the sexual frustration. Yeah.
So it seemed like they wanted to kind of bring that up again, but. You
know. Like I said, it was kind of like a non-issue with them when their decision came out. So.
It seemed like Ryan was a little hesitant. You know, they got to add a little drama to it.
I don't think he was.
You know,
I don't think he was.
At the end of the day,
I think they might as well made up.
Yeah.
It was drama free.
Right.
Drama free.
So of course, the next couple, I said they would not stay together. Helena and Jacob.
But some people said, well, they can throw a curveball. Helena and Jacob might stay together. I said, nope, that ain't going to happen because what? Jacob checked out like 10 episodes ago. Yeah. They only have 10 episodes in this season, do they?
I don't know.
So
I think so.
Yeah, but they checked out long ago. But
yeah. So Helena and Jacob. Look what I got.
Helena and Ryan.
But Helena and Jacob did not stay together. They decided to get a divorce. Now, first, let me say this. Excuse me, y'all. I'm trying to get over this stuff. Hayla came in with the bomb dress with the split all the way up
what
the
she
thigh.
Was showing? She was showing what?
All thigh meat.
Thigh. Remember that song back in the day? you got that thigh. Ooh, Lord, you got that thigh. You remember that song?
I do, but just the way you sing it just don't sound right.
I know.
Yeah.
Y'all
You're
old
like,
heads.
ooh, Lord. But I didn't think they were saying that it was like, yeah.
It was thigh. It was.
So she came in and she was like dressed to kill. So
Yeah,
she
she
had
was.
that split all the way up.
And what she did, how she did, she crossed the leg.
Yep.
Bam!
Yep. So I don't know if that was intentional or not, but I know sometimes women can be like, let you see what you're missing.
Yeah, I think Jacob kind of felt that too.
Yeah, so Jacob was very stern. He was over it.
Oh,
he was dry faced.
yeah.
Haley was saying that, she did all she could. She tried. She did the best she could. Of course, it didn't look like it to us, But, so yeah, they pretty much was like, Haley said that one thing she learned is communication. Jacob said he kind of learned patience, kind of dealing with her. But, yeah.
Yeah, Jacob really didn't care anymore at that time. At this point in time, he didn't care.
Yeah.
And his mind was set. There was no way he was going to persuade him to change his mind. And he was just so dry and cold.
Pastor Kyle did ask a question like, what if Haley decided to change her mind, at that point? He was like, well, we had 8 weeks. So
Yep, we had 8 weeks.
Didn't work out then. It ain't finna work out now.
That was a big nope.
Yep. So now let's move on to, and I'm going to do it in the order in which they did it. Let's move on to the drama, as always.
Didn't that surprise you to have them in the middle? I thought they would have. Yeah, I thought they would have them at the end.
Yeah. It did. It did. So of course, Chris and Paige come in and they doing the voiceover. Some of them voiceovers I fast forwarded, but I did listen to Chris and Paige voiceover. So as they were, going over the season and just kind of putting their clips in there. One thing that Paige did say about Chris that he leaves her confused and rejected. And one thing, he did not listen to God when it came to guiding this marriage. That's what he didn't do. All right. So Chris voiceover was saying that, one thing about Paige is that she's loyal and she carries herself in a very classy and respectful way. But sometimes she struggles to protect him and his feelings. And and he didn't expect their marriage to end so quickly. All right. So, one thing when they got in, of course they greeted each other and everything. And, Paige looked cute. She looked nice. Of course, once again, us girls know how to, add on a little extra, make a dude regret. But, so yeah, she said that one thing about it is that she enjoyed the small moments that they had together. And I think Chris asked what small moments. And I think he did, but
I think he asked what quality. She was like, give him some kind of praise. They asked what good things he saw about
he
Chris.
Wanted that.
And he said, like what?
Yeah, he did.
I
He
said,
wanted
boy,
that.
this dude is full of himself, boy.
And Paige said, God put us in this process for a reason. Now, she didn't really say God put us together, but she said in the process for a reason.
Nah, I can agree with that. I can agree with that.
I can agree that, okay, you in here now, how you gonna, thrive in here, and you can learn about yourself.
That wording she put, because at first, well, God put us together for a reason. And now she's saying God put us in this process for a reason.
Right.
Which makes more sense to me.
Yeah. And Paige, Dr. V asked Paige, why did you keep going back to him? And she said, I had this glimmer of hope that things would change. She said, I was hopeful about my marriage, that things would not, she says that small base of hope. Chris said that he regret not moving in with Paige. He regret not being able to build in that process to learn each other and all that stuff. And he said Paige was the best thing he had that he didn't cherish, honey. Well, somebody need to write a song about that. Them some nice words. The best thing.
Man, please. You buy that crap, man.
And you know what? At that point, the experts looking like Pascal, Pastor Dr. Pepper, and Dr. Vivian, they like back and forth, like they judging a contest, like what you say, what. So they confused. And Pascal started laughing when Chris said that Paige is what he needed.
Can I say something?
Go ahead.
Okay.
Please do.
How can I put this? Let me see. Mercedes had a miscarriage, so that tells me it's no connection between him and Mercedes, because the only connection they really had at the time was the baby. Okay?
If she was really,
that's right.
Allegedly,
Right.
she really was pregnant.
So that tells me Mercedes probably kicked him to the curb, so he's gonna use Paige as a safety net. So that's why he wanted to stay with her, because now he'll have no one. And Paige sitting there, pretty girl, but still looking like, he's saying some nice things. After 8 weeks, he finally acknowledged me.
Because he said, I wanted to call you.
Well, if you wanted to call her, you got a number, call.
Yep.
Text.
Yep.
FaceTime.
Yep.
Send a pigeon. Hey.
A pigeon?
Yeah. You know,
Okay,
right?
Yeah. I thought you said something else. Go ahead.
But yeah. So, but Chris with the smooth line. Well, actually, they weren't smooth lines. He just used it on a woman that's desperate to be married, and he threw that little breadcrumb out there every time, and she like a little pigeon.
So now let's move on to the part where Chris is so emotional that he gets up and leaves because it's a lot. So, he is just, he's dealing with a lot.
I'm gonna ask you another question, if you don't mind me asking you.
Go ahead, babe.
You're I think a business savvy woman. I was gonna call you female, but some people said I can't say the word female. But anyway,
I don't have a problem with it. But go ahead.
okay. If you're a business person, entrepreneur, and you have a lot of pressure on you, whatnot, are you gonna break down and cry every time?
That's a good question. No, me personally, no.
And when if you have your own business and you having pressure, you got sometimes you're gonna get into a boarding point, and it's all about how you handling that pressure.
All right.
And to me, Chris don't know how to handle pressure.
Yeah, he don't. He definitely don't.
Every time pressure builds up around him or comes around him, he runs away. He runs out. He's somewhere crying. He's emotional.
Yeah, very emotional. Too emotional.
Yeah. So how can you make decisions
as a husband or a leader, as a man,
owner or entrepreneur?
Yeah, you can't. He still got that little boy. So of course he cries out. He cries. And
cries out.
Yeah, and Paige runs behind him in her heels in the cold to jump in his car with him, because the producers was like he left, but he got in the car, but he didn't go nowhere. So I'm like, what?
Why she run after all what he did to her, and you still running behind him in the cold in the high heels? You almost broke your ankle trying to chase him. How? Why? Make it make sense to me, please. You're a female, a woman. Is it in the woman DNA to chase after a man that been dogging out for 8 weeks in the cold, in high heels,
and luck her feet were hurt? Let me say this. I think what it is with Paige is, yes, she does of course want to be married, but then Paige has a very empathetic side to her, and I don't know, regardless, she cares, and I can tell when she gets, whether it's a male or a female, she cares about a person. And so at that moment, she was really caring about him. And so she was like, because the experts don't look like they was finna move and go run behind him. So,
do you blame her?
So she was like, I'll go. And so that's kind of okay. But let me say this. So sometimes women feel like the nurturing side of us will go and try to make whatever is wrong right. And it seemed like at that moment she was pulling on that nurturing side of her. You
got to choose when and who you use that
That's true.
against or with two or two,
Yeah.
because a person can use that against you, and she using that nurturing side of her to the wrong person.
Right.
He's taking advantage of that, and she got to understand that.
So Chris did, when he got in the car, you know, they were sitting there talking and stuff. The camera was on. He was just apologizing for everything he did, blah, 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 blah. And she said, you know what, I'm concerned about your mental health. And I've been saying that. I really am concerned about his mental health.
And he said all these lies about, I'm sorry, I apologize, I shouldn't have done you that way. And yeah, you know, he's, what do you call that word? Starts with an M. What's he trying to do to
Manipulating.
it? Yes, that word there, because when I try to say it, my thick tongue gonna mess it up. So that's what he was doing.
Right.
You know, and she was just, it was making her feel good. And it made her...
Because she said, oh, that's the first time he affirmed
Right.
me. I said, affirmed you?
You don't need a man to affirm you. You affirm yourself. And if you need a man to affirm you, you don't need to be in a relationship. You need to love yourself first.
Yeah, affirm you, and y'all been teeter-tottering back and forth, affirm you.
Yeah, this man talking about getting his Mercedes and getting a house, and he wants...
So, at that point, Chris came back in. She got him to come back in and stuff. He asked her what she cold, because I know you was like, why is she wearing his jacket? But, you know, I was trying to see, was he going to help get her out the car? They didn't show that part, because I'm trying to see you know, being a gentleman. But anyway, so they went back inside, and so basically they was like, okay, what's y'all answer? Because the experts just like, look, should we cancel this? What we gonna do? So they got him to come back in, and Chris was like, and I don't know who said, so what is your answer? Chris said, we undecided. Paige nods her head.
Like a good little girl she is.
Mm-hmm. Dr. V said, I'm not okay with that. She said, I feel like you trying to play her and you trying to play us.
But she was correct about saying that.
And Chris said, I don't give a flying F.
He said...
He was finna say the F word.
He said 2 cents, yeah.
How quick, you were just in the car crying. You was spilling all your guts out. You were so emotional. I apologize. But as soon as somebody say something that's contradictory or say something that you get offended with, you ready to go off. You know what I'm saying? You was finna disrespect this lady and say, I don't give a flying F.
He still has a lot of growing up to do. I can see that right now. You know, you're on national television, and you're supposed to be making this decision if you want to stay married or not. And all these people trying to do is help you.
Right.
And the people that's trying to help you, you want to go off on them.
Yeah.
You know, and make a scene because you don't want to be, how can I say this? You don't want to look bad in front of everybody.
Yep.
But you make yourself look bad. And like I said, you know, Chris, he's still young. And I'm not going to bash the young man that much, but I blame Paige just as much, man. I really do.
At that moment, Paige is very confused. Because she's, you know, she was just like, she don't know what to do. She don't know whether she should say yes. She said he's been saying all this stuff that I've been waiting for 8 weeks for him to say, and she's cheesing it. You know what I'm saying? All them pretty white teeth. So she's showing all her teeth, and she was like, I just don't know what to do.
So 8 weeks of getting dogged out, all it took for like 5 minutes.
Actually, it wasn't the full 8 weeks because they divorced or said they wanted to divorce, I think, week 5 or something like that.
Yeah, I'm talking about the whole process. Right. You know, he dogged it out before they divorced or whatnot. Yeah. And after all these 8 weeks going by, all he had to do was tell you something for 5 minutes. Those 5 minutes going to wipe away all those 8 weeks that he put you through. And that would kind of frustrated me. Because
she feel like now, you know, Mercedes wasn't in the picture.
Right.
And now we can start over. I got a chance. And so
that's that hope she's talking about.
Yeah. Pascal was like, but y'all was having issues before you even found out the girl was pregnant. So, you know, let's go back to that. So at that point, Paige get up and she walk out crying. For those that didn't watch it, we're going to tell y'all step by step of this hot mess. So,
and Pascal was saying, man, he walked out, she walked out. I should have brought some tennis shoes to chase after these people, man. Cause everybody is going all over the place, man.
And I was trying to see if Chris was gonna go behind her like she did. Yeah. So he did go behind her, and so but at that moment he was like, "So what you gonna do?" She was like, "I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what to do." And so she was like, she talked to the production. She was like, "Can I talk? Can I talk to you?"
You know, he asked her, "Do you want to leave?"
Oh yeah, I think he
did.
Say that.
I said, "Where they gonna go?"
Yeah, he did say, "Did you want to leave?" So she was like, "I just need to talk." And she asked the lady because she talked to her, and she was just like, she undecided, and she just kind of spilled her guts to him. I mean, to her. And so she was like, "Well, what did you feel like?" I think she asked her, like, "What do you feel?"
No, she asked her, when you first came here, what was your decision then?
Okay.
Was you 100% certain about your decision then before you came here? She said yes. Then she asked her, what made you have doubts now?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And she couldn't answer.
Yeah. And Pascal was whispering in Chris' ear like, "Listen, man, it ain't even about the show. Just the girl is vulnerable right now. You know what I'm saying? I think he was basically saying,
do it for her."
That's what he was saying. Yeah.
Pascal was concerned about Paige.
Mm-hmm.
He said, "I'm more concerned about her," and that's why he went to Chris and said, "Man, you need to basically cut the BS out and do her a favor and just say no and let her be on her way and let her live her life."
Right. And so Paige comes back in and she sits down and Chris sitting over there smirking or whatever. So she said, so they was like, "Okay, so what's your answer?" So she was like, she was confused at first, but, she said she hasn't chosen herself in this whole process. And now she's choosing herself. And she's having to, she felt like she was having to go back and retreat back to that same place where she felt undervalued and that same person where she felt rejected and stuff. And she said she know things won't change. So she said, I'm sorry. She didn't say the words, "I'm going to get a divorce," but she said, "I can't stay married."
Meaning, yeah, we ain't got to be married, but we can still knock boots when the cameras ain't watching. Basically, that's what she's saying.
And she said after that, she said, Paige said, love is a daily decision and you can't take it for granted, So she said what she said. Chris didn't say nothing because I know he, they didn't say, "Hey, what's your decision?"
They don't care about the decision. All they wanted her to do is say no, so it only takes one person to do it.
I know that.
And after she said no, there's no need to ask him anything because they weren't going to try to give him opportunity to clown again.
Look, dump her again. Because remember, he said he wanted a divorce, right? Remember, he said that.
Just before he found out so-called Mercedes had the issue with the baby.
Right. So that was just a whole full of drama. So now.
But before I cut you off, which I did, that whole lot of drama you just mentioned was dearly and surely missed in these shows, man.
Oh yeah.
It was missed in these shows. It was missed, man.
So now we on day 2, which I'm sure this was supposed to have been a 1-day process, but as we found out that Chris and Paige took 6 hours. 6 hours in them folks' church, honey.
It was a church?
Yeah. 6 hours in them folks' church.
Okay.
6 hours while they was filming. So Dr. Viviana and Pascal and little 2 ounce Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepper.
Baby, she may have to be what is it? I don't know. She may have to just be a droplet or something because that lady is short. You got to bend down, hurt your back.
Hey, we talking about Dr. Pepper.
So anyway, we come to find out that it seemed like they still got on the same clothes.
They wasn't prepared for that.
They should have did some. Dr. V got them in the same cute little dress. Did they take a nap? Did they have to do their makeup?
Dr. V said,
shower again or what?
She said this dress was popping.
Yes,
it's gonna be popping 2 days straight.
So they talked about the next day. They was talking about last night was crazy. Dr. V was like, yeah. She said, Dr. Pepper said, but one thing about Chris and Paige, she said, Chris and Paige, that she said it's something between them. So, you know what I'm saying?
Knocking boots, man. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, that's what they doing. Yeah. Yeah, watch. Don't be surprised they still married or they got married again. Don't be surprised.
They still married. Well, they said they wasn't going to get. They was getting a divorce. So
They didn't say divorce.
they said they don't want to be married.
No, they didn't say no divorce either.
Okay, baby. So let's move on to Eric in Virginia. So
Yeah, they got divorced. I know they did.
Eric said that. So of course, Eric. Now, what was your prediction on this? When I did it on Community Tab, I
Lord
said
have mercy.
they would stay together.
You sure know what's right. You
sure
sure know what's
was
right. And I was sure wrong.
Yep.
Because I thought Virginia was going to run. Because Virginia still loves that single life. And she'll say yes to Eric. She might have to cut that single life loose. And I'm going to be honest with you, I'm surprised she said yes.
Well, it's like this. Now, Eric did say that he didn't feel that he was Virginia number one. So, that still bothers him and stuff. And so he feel like that she still has walls up. And she was sitting there. She was all,
She said she still got walls up.
She was all like tight and stuff. But Eric said that he loves her. He still wants to be married to her. And so, of course, he got on his knee and said, will you marry me?
No, will you still stay married to her?
Okay. Whatever. And so she said, yeah. But I would have loved for her to have a speech. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like he had a speech
Yes.
to be able to say, I know this and I know that. That's what I would love. But it was like they took that from her.
But they probably did. They just probably didn't air it. But they probably did. She probably did have a speech.
So,
they just didn't show it.
But I would have loved to see that.
But
yeah, they
but I don't think that marriage was going to work. Because Virginia still got a lot of growing to do. And Eric still's a control freak, and I just don't see it working.
Yeah. All right, so let's move on to Brie and Vince. Now, we already know that they were going to stay together.
Oh, man. It's another this was another drama-free.
Child had me crying.
Oh, yeah. You, look at what you crying for. Oh, they're like the Tin Man from the Wiz. I said, girl, what you doing there crying?
So, of course, Brianna looked beautiful, but she couldn't move too much, honey, because she had all let out, honey. Couldn't
Like
be no swift wind come through.
Oh, you said it looked like she was trying to go to the club.
Yeah, it did. But in a classy way. So, and then Vincent looked nice when he came in.
He did.
So, excuse me, y'all. So, Pastor Cal was talking to them about the tone. So, they have some issues with Brianna and her tone or how she say things and she bossy, yada, yada. So, Brianna was like, that's one thing I can't change me, and I never want to be in a relationship with somebody that wanted to change me. So, I can't change that part about me. But come to find out, said that she is making adjustments for it. So,
and that's what you're supposed to do in a marriage. Compromise. Some people are not willing to compromise.
Right.
And that's, to me, makes a marriage basically disintegrate and fall apart.
Yeah. But Brianna did say yes, and she was like, Vincent, you mean the world to me. You are the person I grown to need. I thought that was so sweet. She was like, I like when she come home, she needs him to, do this or
just be in his presence.
Right.
Hey, I thought it was sweet.
I did.
I would never say that, but yeah, I need you because I gotta be in your presence. Oh, dog. How you joking?
Side note, my husband would just say, I just want to be in your presence, or I just want to come around you, sit around you. But when we were dating, he was like, you coming over here because I just want to, be in your presence. I just want you. Did you not say that?
Yeah, I did, because I was like, man, over here by myself.
Did you not say that? Oh, you said that because you was by yourself?
No, I enjoy being in your presence, child. That's what you wanted to hear? Yes. You got me so used to you being around, and you made me feel good. I was like, oh, man. I feel like I'm hooked on drugs now. Can you come over?
And so Vincent said that he has been missing Brianna. So he did say that he got on his knees and he said, "What? Will you marry me again, or will you marry me?"
Man.
And he gave her a cheesecake because that is her favorite.
And that's one good thing about Vince. He listens.
Yeah.
He listens.
Yeah, and that goes a long
It
way
does.
with a woman. I guess with a man as well. Is that the smallest things. It's not the biggest thing.
Right.
It's the smallest thing. When you listen to the very smallest of details, that means a lot to a person.
Oh yeah, and we know Vincent. It seems like he has a little issues with insecurity or whatnot, but overall, I think they're gonna make a long lasting, good looking couple.
Yeah.
In my opinion,
Beautiful.
because Vincent, he might have little issues, but but when he comes on the good side, when he does good things, he does it big.
Right.
He does it big, and that's all Brianna wants.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To feel wanted, feel needed, feel loved, and that's what he does for her.
Yeah, I love them as a couple. Beautiful couple. So now, of course, they say yes. Everybody knows, who stayed and who did. So all the couples, and I don't think they did this before. I guess they did. I think they did
done
that
it before. Yeah.
So all the couples come together and it's cold. So honey, I guess for the sake of the Rona, honey, they don't want to be out, inside. So anyway, they come together and they all meet up and they sit down. So every last one of them. So all the couples come back together and they find out who stayed married, who got divorced. And they go around and ask. Now, one thing when it came to Jacob and Haley, she said, of course, we decided to divorce. Jacob said,
he ain't learned nothing.
I think, who was that? Clara asked, what did you learn? Somebody asked.
He
said, I ain't learned nothing.
Nothing.
Haley said, there you go.
This
is why we could not make it.
Jacob was defiant to the end, boy.
And
he gonna be in his casket, in his deathbed. I still ain't learned nothing.
And you know what? Jacob, it seemed like he's over it. He don't want the fellowship with the people.
Oh, yeah. You noticed that too, right?
Yeah, he just he's stern. He I'm only coming here because
I'm obligated to.
I ain't probably finna talk to none of y'all when this is over with.
You notice one thing, when he first walked in, you saw him one time, they asked him that question, and he said, he didn't learn anything. But after that camera never panned on him again.
Yeah, he was in the cut somewhere.
Yeah.
So Paige said that she told everybody what happened. Of course, she didn't stay married. And at that moment, that's when she said that she said it was some stuff that took place and they was there 6 hours. But, she said that she had a little reservation where she was thinking about saying yes. And I think she said 60%, but Virginia was looking like, oh my goodness.
First you gotta go to Virginia confession first, when she was in confession. And in her confession, she was saying, what would make her say yes? What would make her even entertain the thought of saying yes? Yeah. So that's when she said she had to ask him, you know, and why you even thought about it?
Right. And I think Paige was a little defensive,
she was.
Especially when it came to Virginia because of what happened last time. But yeah, so she was like, yeah, and it was some personal stuff. She said, I'm not going to say because, Chris is not here, but it was some other stuff that took place. And of course, at that moment, who walks in, honey? And I guess they told him walk in late or just walk in late. But yeah, he walks in with the ankles all out.
Yeah, he walks in all black. They played the music.
They did.
Yeah, I was like, what they trying to
make?
make?
It was a holy hush, honey.
Hey, it was like, what they trying to make him to like a Batman villain? He walked in and the music playing. Dun, 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 dun. I said, really?
Yeah. He walked in and it was like nobody wanted to look at him.
It was awkward, man.
It changed the whole vibe. I don't know if that was the editing or what, but it changed the whole mood.
Actually, I don't think that was editing. I think when a certain person you really don't like walks into the room, that vibe changes.
Yeah.
And I think that's what happened, especially after you just got through talking about that person.
So, Chris again apologized to all the other couples. He said, I don't know who stayed married and stuff, but I'm happy for everybody. And I felt at that moment it was sincere. But he said, I do apologize for my behavior. He apologized. Now Virginia, she couldn't really look at the dude.
Virginia do not like Chris.
Yeah, she
like
couldn't
Chris.
really look at him.
Yeah.
So he did. Eric did acknowledge and say, I accept your apology and everything. I don't know what Chris had in that bag. I guess they didn't show that part. I guess he brought something, to contribute. But
there you go, Paige up there smiling.
Ooh, child, with that glue from that wig, it was pulling up a little bit, sis. It was pulling up just a little bit. I don't know if that was the gel, but I think that was that front lace on it. She gonna have to get one of them grandma wigs. Find out what your grandma
I thought I had the hiccup right there. I thought it was sweat.
Oh, you did?
That's what I thought was sweat.
They was cold.
I know some people sweat when it's cold outside.
It looked like that lace front coming up.
Sweat.
But so yeah, she was smiling and everything. Told Chris she was proud of him because man, he was like, proud of you for what? She said, I prayed and told God.
Once again, they still doing something, man. I don't care what anybody say.
She said, nothing is gonna happen.
We're friends.
Yeah, we're not gonna do anything or whatever she said, honey. But that's what she said.
You believe that?
I don't know. But anyway, so the reunion is gonna be next week, honey. So we gonna see what's gonna happen because you know who gonna act a fool again, honey, gonna walk out. So yeah.
Once again, if there's a camera there, Chris gonna be there.
Yeah.
He's gonna show off.
Yep.
And he's gonna give us the juice.
Yep. And he's gonna walk out.
And he never disappoints.
Ever.
Never. Even with his ankles out. Never.
All right, you guys, on that note, we're going to go ahead and giddy out. We're going to giddy up and giddy out. That's what we're going to do because that's what came out my mouth. So, you guys, hopefully we're going to get a chance to go live on Thursday night around 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. So, we would love to have you guys because, we got to talk about all of this drama that just took place on tonight.
And when we go live tomorrow, if we go live, who knows, man.
Depends on his work schedule sometimes, yeah.
We're going to have to try and kind of change it up and get some little format going on. People can't talk over one another, give them little time frames, certain amount of time to say what they got to say. Yeah. Hopefully, we can rotate people in on the panel.
Right.
So we don't have the same people on the panel. So let's try to get a lot of people on so we can get them on the panel.
Right. Yeah,
give people opportunity to talk.
Yeah, right to talk. All right. So on that note, you guys, we're gonna go ahead and get out of here. Don't forget to subscribe to this amazing channel because I know y'all like what you saw in the beginning, and you're gonna like more content like this. And make sure that if you're watching us on Facebook, make sure you hit like and follow. So don't forget, you can go purchase this shirt like this at kourtneyandeddie.com. I'm gonna put all the information down in the description. And if you're a member, we appreciate you. We definitely appreciate you. All right, you guys. So on that note, we're going to go ahead and get out of here. Don't forget to go with God and God go with you. Yeah, deuces, y'all.